Right. Tampa Bay, the next Dubai of the Americas. Hi everyone, my name is Sven and I publish books on different cities and countries around the world. 10 years ago I started my business and I chose Dubai as my home and gateway city to start my business. Just recently I went on holiday to Florida and I went on a pub crawl in Ybor and lo and behold I meet a girl and I fall in love. Now I'm married to Christina and her dog Max and the three of us live in Tampa Bay. For the past 6 months, I've been running around the city, meeting every entrepreneur and leader in the city to publish the book, Best of Tampa Bay. Now, I've done this more than 100 times around the world, and I can honestly say Tampa Bay is probably one of the most exciting cities in the world to live in. First, I'd like to share my story about Dubai and how it became the fastest growing city in the world. It did this in just 20 years, and it did it without oil. There was not much oil in Dubai. It was actually the vision of Sheikh Zayed, the leader of Dubai at the time. He cashed in $2 billion of the little bit of oil money he had, and he built 5 strategic landmarks. The first thing he built was the biggest international airport for the region. Then after that, he built the 10-lane highway, and on the other side, he built the seaport, Dubai World. Then he had a little bit of money left, and he built 2 buildings. The first one was the World Trade Center of Dubai, and the next one was the Burj Al Arab, the 7-star hotel on the beach we know so well. That's what started Dubai. Welcome to the gateway of the Middle East. Obviously, the lifestyle was great as well. There was no tax, and they relaxed all the laws so us expats could all have a fantastic time. So when I got there 10 years ago, the boom had already happened. The cat was out the bag, and 2 million people from 120 different countries had moved to Dubai. It was a complete gold rush. But then there was a second growth. The second growth phase only happened later when Dubai became a smart city. Dubai realized it wasn't competing with the region, but it was actually competing with the world. So what they did is they started creating a series of free zones. These are Mideast cities for actual industries. The first 3 cities that were built was Logistics City, an Education City, and a Media City. I remember clearly, obviously I was part of the Media City when I arrived. I entered the building and I had to join 500 of my competitors and share the same space. And that's what's created a domino effect. We ended up all being friends and we collaborated and collectively we put Dubai on the map. And today it is the definite, undisputable capital of the Middle East. Now let's have a look at Dubai. Sorry, let's have a look at Tampa. Tampa compares in many ways to Dubai. There's many similar aspects. The stars have aligned, and I believe the tipping point is here. Let's start with the airport. $1 billion is being spent on doubling the size to 35 million passengers. If you then actually take Orlando International and you add that to the pie, we've got 70 million passengers. That's the same size as Dubai. Then we have the port. The Tampa port is by far the largest port of Florida. It sits on an incredible 5,000 acres of land. We can expect to see this quadruple in size over the next 10 years. So if you add those two together, we are an incredible gateway city. More good news. The Panama Canal just opened. The first ship just sailed through this Sunday. This is also a game changer for us. This is actually our first opportunity to build our own logistics city right here. Then Cuba, our old friends and neighbors, also starting to open up to the world. There's a market of 12 million people just 300 miles away. I think as Bill had the slides before, this is a massive opportunity for us as well. Then you have lifestyle. Well, that you can't beat. Can you believe it? You can eat pork sandwiches and drink beer on the beach. I tell my friends in Dubai, they don't believe me. Trust me, I've been to many cities. Tampa Bay is about as good as it gets. The domino effect. Thank you, Vinnick. The first $2 billion coming our way reminds me of the Sheikh. Someone has to light that first match and the rest will follow. Then you add Google Fiber. I don't see how we can lose. Clusters. We have eight great industries that have been developed. My favorite, Beer City. Thank you, Joey Redner, for collaborating and teaching your friends how to brew beer. Now we have 60 brewers in Tampa Bay. Finally, this is an illustration my wife made for the book, I Am Tampa Bay. This is the first image that collects all the elements of Tampa Bay in one image. Thank you. Well done.